Creamer Media's Mining Weekly is interviewing Robert Schutzel, the founder and CEO of Infinium, a company that is setting out to help the world to decarbonize with the use of electrofuels, better known as e-fuels, which can be, in the words of Bill Gates, used in existing engines. Hi, Robert. It's great to chat to you. Mining Weekly would like to begin by getting some insight into e-fuels. What are e-fuels and how are they made?
E-fuels are the production of drop-in transportation fuels from waste CO2 that would otherwise be emitted to the atmosphere, a greenhouse gas, and renewable power. That renewable power is used to produce green hydrogen using traditional electrolysis, and the green hydrogen and CO2 are paired, and with our proprietary technology, produce e-fuels that include sustainable aviation fuel. We call it eSAF, that can be used in today's aircraft fleet. We also produce an e-diesel that can be used in long-haul transport, shipping, or maritime applications, anywhere that diesel is used. It's a great application for existing mining vehicles as well that are used in mines today. And then a naphtha product that is lighter than the diesel and the SAF, but is used in petrochemical applications for the production of plastics. So that's what e-fuels are. And because we use waste CO2 that would otherwise be emitted to atmosphere, these fuels, when produced, are very close to net zero carbon fuels that our customers like Amazon, like American Airlines, can use directly in their vehicle fleets to help achieve their decarbonization goals.
It sounds very far-reaching. And can you just give us some insight into Infinium's background and what differentiates Infinium?
Well, Infinium has a long history through our predecessor company that was focused on small-scale gas to liquids, very similar to the e-fuels technology. But going back 15 years, our technology platform was focused on converting natural gas or waste gases like flare gas into fuels and chemicals. It's an area called gas to liquids. There are some major players that do it at very large scale, Shell, Sasol, but our platform operates at a very small scale due to our proprietary technology. And then from that gas to liquids environment, a number of years ago, we shifted to really focus on e-fuels, very similar technology, but instead of using waste gases like flare gas or natural gas, we now use CO2 and green hydrogen as our input. So this 15-year legacy, we do believe, gives us an advantage in commercialization of e-fuels. And Infinium sits at the nexus of both a technology owner. We have a patent portfolio that's approaching 200 patents globally. We manufacture our own proprietary catalysts in-house for our technology, but we're also a project developer. We have about 12 projects at various stages of development globally, which include our Corpus Christi operation that's operating today, our Roadrunner project in West Texas, our project in Dunkirk, France, called the Ruse project with Engie and ArcelorMittal. So that's a bit on Infinium's background, both as a technology owner as well as a project developer.
By my reckoning, you're going to be 5 years old next year, and it's difficult to talk about milestones, but what milestones would you say Infinium has achieved so far?
Well, in Corpus Christi, and only 2 weeks ago, we announced the project. We've been keeping it under wraps. It has been operating since late 2023, but we do believe it is the world's first commercial e-fuels facility, taking waste CO2, using renewable power from our partner NextEra Energy to produce green hydrogen, and then turning those into transportation fuels and naphtha that can be used in today's market. So achieving commercial operation with the world's first e-fuels facility down at our Corpus Christi operation, I believe, was a major success for our team in 2023. We're leveraging that success to move on to our next project Project Roadrunner in West Texas. And then we have that portfolio of about 12 projects in development across the globe, both in the US, in Europe, and in some additional markets where we have low-cost renewable power and waste CO2 that we can leverage as feedstocks.
Being Mining Weekly, of course, we want to know what role mined materials in general play, but we're looking particularly at platinum group metals. And of course, our ears prick up when we hear green hydrogen. Can you give us some insight into the role of platinum group metals, particularly in the production of e-fuels?
So Infinium is not an electrolysis technology provider. There's many of them. While that's not our technology, we do have an in-house electrolysis team, both commercial and technical folks that focus on partnerships with electrolysis vendors. For example, down in our Corpus Christi operation, we do have 2 electrolysis platforms down there. One is an alkaline system and one is a PEM system. And we did choose 2 in order to get experience with procurement, commissioning, construction, and now operations of those units and integration with eFuels. And bringing it back to your comment on platinum group metals, as you know, in PEM electrolysis, they do use iridium and platinum group metal, and we see an opportunity there, for growth in that marketplace. So while that's not our technology and we don't use that directly, we are a buyer of electrolysis, and we will need massive amounts of electrolyzers for our eFuels facilities. So that could be a driver for platinum group metals in the PEM category.
What do you see as Infinium's role in scaling global production of e-fuels?
Yes, well, our customers, again, Amazon, American Airlines, we're servicing other customers in the aviation industry, in the chemical industry, and in on-road applications, really have very aggressive decarbonization goals. Amazon, for example, has widely talked about their net zero carbon goal by 2040. Today, they operate many trucks, many aircraft, and obviously ship stuff around the globe. So for Infinium, getting to scale and producing these e-fuels at scale is a very important milestone to help our customers to really chip away at their decarbonization goals. E-fuels won't be the only solution. There's an all of above strategy, electrification, hydrogen, but we do believe e-fuels will be a major part of helping our partners decarbonize and sticking with their existing fleets of vehicles. So that's what we focus on every day when we get up, is getting to larger scale production. Corpus Christi is a start. Our Roadrunner project is next, but really deploying that portfolio of over a dozen projects is very important to us in the right time so we can help our customers to achieve their goals.
And venture capital company AP Ventures, we have had our eye on for some time now. And what is the role of a partnership, say, with investors such as AP Ventures for yourselves?
AP Ventures, Andrew Hinckley, and their entire team, we have known for many, many years. AP Ventures was an early investor in our predecessor company, focusing on gas to liquids. They have invested in all of our equity rounds at Infinium. And beyond the capital, though, AP Ventures is a strategic partner. We work with them regularly on partnership opportunities, on project opportunities, on strategy. So what I appreciate most about that team is their thought leadership in this industry and the connections they're able to make. And they've helped us navigate through strategic decisions. We're actually there to help launch Infinium to really go after the e-fuels arena here. So while the capital is important to keep the business moving forward, and they've been supportive in that, what really is important about the AP Ventures relationship is that team's keen focus on strategy, partnerships, and helping us to achieve our goals.
And finally, Robert, what, in your view, should be the biggest takeaway from this interview we're doing right now?
Well, I believe that while eFuels is a newer topic, that the market will see eFuels growth and awareness over the next coming years. We now have eFuels mandates in the EU as well as the UK. We know other geographies are looking at import benefits and a number of incentives around eFuels. So I think that while it's a new topic today, in the coming years, you'll see that accelerate and you'll see adoption of eFuels in customers' decarbonization goals accelerate. I'll say, Martin, going back a couple of years ago, we talked to airlines, we talked to customers about eFuels, and we'd have to give them the 101 version of what's eFuels, why would you care? But today, I'd say every airline understands what eFuels are, is looking at that as an element of their decarbonization goal. And I think that awareness will just grow as this market matures. Again, one of the big benefits here is it is close to a net zero carbon fuel, and it does not require infrastructure changes because it's not a new specification. This is a drop-in transportation fuel, which again, makes it easier for our customers to help achieve their decarbonization goals.
Not having to change infrastructure, you don't have to do the change on that. That sounds very important. That was Creamer Media's Mining Weekly, speaking to Robert Schutzler, the founder and CEO of Infinium.